Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Aquatics. Today we are going to be doing a species profile on the Marimo moss ball. Let's start with where they're native to. They are native to cold lake bottoms in Japan and Iceland. If you're just getting in this hobby, you might have heard, are Marimo moss balls safe again? Or if you've been in the hobby, you know that back in 2021 there was a zebra mussel outbreak, and the government and everybody was saying you need to properly destroy your moss balls so that zebra mussel don't get into natural waterways and stuff like that. Now, this moss ball was bought back in like 2019 or 2018, so no, I did not destroy it. But if you bought any in between 2021 and now, you might want to actually dispose of it properly and wait until some official news has been stated about the zebra mussel effect. So what is it? The name Marimo is a Japanese term that stems from the word seaweed ball. But it is not seaweed or moss. In fact, it is actually algae. In their natural habitats, moss balls keep their shape by rolling around at the bottom of cold lakes from the waves. Believe it or not, these guys are considered endangered in their natural environment, so they are therefore protected in Japan and Iceland. Parameters. So when you do get one, let's talk about how you take care of them. The moss ball makes a great beginner plant because they're real simple and easy to take care of. They don't require a whole lot of light at all. Like, you can practically grow them in the dark. They sit on the bottom of cold lakes, not getting a whole lot of light. But it does them a little good to give them a light. Just, if you have your tank on a timer, it should be fine. You don't want them to get a lot of direct, like, sunlight, because they can start turning brown on you. Water temperature should be around 77 degrees or lower, down towards 50 degrees. They don't require fertilizer. They make their own food through photosynthesis. Some common problems that you may experience with your moss ball, aside from turning brown from too much or not enough light, is occasionally your moss ball will start floating and you can't get it to sink. That is because it has formed an air bubble inside of it, therefore causing it to rise. All you gotta do is grab it and squeeze it gently until that air bubble pops. Throw it in your tank again, and in a few days it should sink back down to the bottom. Now, your moss ball can also start to become flat and not as appealing or round. Now, if you have a fish like goldfish, they typically will grab it with their mouth and drag it all around the tank, and you don't have that issue. But if you don't have fish that really play with the moss ball, you need to be sure to have good water movement and aeration so that your moss ball naturally kind of sways back and forth, and it keeps it a nice ball that allows it to keep growing. Last but not least, how do you propagate your moss ball to create more moss balls? It is so simple. You take this here moss ball and you cut it in half, or you cut it in quarter pieces, and then you roll them up into a new ball in your hand, and then you throw them in your fish tank, and they will take off and start growing just like the other. Now keep in mind, this is a very slow growing plant, So you're not going to see crazy growth really quick. I hope this was able to help answer all of your questions. Thank you so very much for watching. And as always, everybody, stay casual.